Hi friends, welcome back to the Latina Garden. Today we are going to be planting some plants. I have so many plants to plant right now that they are starting to die because they're either getting too much water or not enough water. So I need to plant them in something more decent areas, and hopefully some of them will perk back up. But for this area I have is around my little rainbow trellis here. I cleaned up all these weeds and stuff out of this area, and I am going to be planting this one. This is a strawflower. It's called Red Jewel. It is considered a perennial. It is a champion of heat, drought tolerant. I loved the leaf color, this like silver color that it has, and it has these little tiny little strawflower flowers that grow in like little clusters like this, and I just thought it looked super pretty, so I'm gonna plant it here. I'm choosing this area because I have my lavender, I have my gladiolus in here, so I think it will work really nice in this space. It doesn't require too much water, about the same water as the lavender, because it is a drought tolerant plant. So I think it will like this spot, hopefully. This plant tends to grow about 12 to 18 inches in height and width, so I am planting it right in this space, and I think it will fill in this space quite nicely. Last year I had planted crocus bulbs, which Nico pretty much dug most of them out already because he likes to play in this area and just dig out dirt. And so I don't really have many bulbs of crocus left in here, if any, and we're gonna put this in there. And then I still want to grow some crocus. I just might have to find a different spot for it, but I do plan to plant some later this fall. So I'm starting with digging a pretty big hole here. Put some of this dirt in this tray here, just to have a spot for it. This soil has like pieces of dirt, concrete, all sorts of stuff in here, which is not the best. So in this soil, I think I might mix it with some other stuff too. Okay. I am using some Sure Start for the roots to kind of help it along. So when I use these fertilizers, I do wear gloves. And you can see it is very root bound, so I am going to cut some of these roots off and then plant it. And the reason is that these roots are so tight, so wounded up, that it's not going to grow anywhere if I just plant it directly like that. I need those roots to spread. So I'm gonna soften it up a bit. So I plop it in and then add the dirt around. And here I have it. She's all planted in. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna water. I'm gonna fertilize my plants today. It is Monday, so I need to fertilize them. I'm trying to be consistent in fertilizing them on Mondays because as of right now, I have Mondays off from work. So I chose that day to be able to do it. Okay, in this spot, I am going to be planting this one. It is a Kilos Fire Atomic Violet, Celosia spicata. It needs full sun. It's gonna grow again 12 to 18 inches tall. And the spacing is about 12 to 15 inches in width. So I'm gonna choose this area to plant it in, just to give this side of the garden a little bit more color. So I have my Celosia here, but this other Celosia, not doing very good. Didn't do very good for this space. Earthworm there. Soil is so thick and very wet right now. Also, some Sure Start in there. I think I'm going to add some of my other dirt that has a pump. Just gonna add a little bit just for some drainage help because it's so clay. I don't know how well it's gonna do here because it's just so thick. You get these from the nursery, they're so root bound. It's not going to hurt it too much if we just cut some of this off. Mix a little bit of the good stuff with some of the clay, and the reason for that is you don't want to just plant in really good soil because then your roots won't grow past it. So if you mix it in with a little bit of the natural clay soil that you have, it should learn that type of texture, the thickness of it, and as it grows, it will do well. So there we have it. This is the Celosia. I just love the color. I hope it does well in here. I hope it does better than these other Celosias that I had planted. But we'll see. Time will tell. Also have my sunflowers growing next to it. Okay, so I dug another hole on this side of my trellis here, and I'm going to plant the Echinacea on this side. It is also perennial. It's supposed to be loving sun, so it's supposed to be in full sun. We'll see how it does on this side. I wanted to add that color to this side because I have a lot of purple in here and green, and so just to add a little bit more variety of color, I decided to put that one here. The soil here was so much harder to dig through than the other sides over here, and I think because I probably have never planted anything here, and it's most of it because it's so close to this bush, but I want to get rid of that bush, so I have a lot of work cut out for me because it's so hard to get in there. So again, I'm gonna mix a little bit of the good soil, and what I mean by good soil, it just this soil that is meant to be for in-ground gardening, but also has some pumice in it that will help with drainage, help to hopefully get the roots to spread out a little bit nicely better. And I'm also mixing it with this clay soil. This side had so many pieces of rock in it, so the rock does help with the drainage, but it was just so tough to get to even make the hole. So I don't know, we'll see. I am adding some of the Sure Start to help with the root system. And then here's my Echinacea plant, which I did cut the bottom. And I'm just kind of putting it in that hole. And then I'm gonna fill in the sides with this mixture here. So Echinacea is a great plant. I think it's so pretty. It reminds me of the daisies, right? The same type of shape, color, flower. It's great as a cut flower. Some people believe it also has some medicinal purpose use for it. I don't think I'm gonna plan to use it for any medicinal uses, just more for aesthetics and for the flowers. But you can do your own research, and there is some stuff out there that it is something that you can use for medicinal purposes. Okay, as a rule, you always want to water afterwards. Even if your soil is wet, you just want to give it a good water, make sure that it seeps through for those roots. And we pray to the gods, to the gardening gods, that these plants live and don't just die on you. But it's okay if they do. It wasn't meant to be. It's just another opportunity to buy some more plants. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. That is all for today. It is getting super hot and it's time for me to come inside. So as always, sow love, grow joy, and stay rooted. And I will see you at the next one. Bye.